Hello everyone, I am Ezekiel Bruni, general writer, tech nerd, and consultant, here on behalf of VPN Mentor to ask you, do you feel like your VPN isn't express enough? Do you feel like your internet isn't private enough? Do you wish YouTubers would stop making these kinds of jokes? Well, that's it, I'm done. I'm here to talk about ExpressVPN versus private internet access, and compare the two of them. I have talked about these both, and CyberGhost as well, in a recent video where I compared the best VPNs of 2022. However, I'm here today to talk about these two in particular, compare them head to head, not just their features, but also talk a little bit about who each VPN is designed for. Because depending on how you want to use a VPN, that will determine which VPN you should pay for. So, let's get into it, but before I do, please do like and subscribe if you find this video useful and helpful. And of course, hit the bell notification icon if you want to see more all the time. Keep up with all of our latest tips, tricks, tutorials, guides, all of that fun stuff. Also, you should check the links in the description for full reviews to both of these VPNs with all of the tests we've run, all the streaming services we tried, everything. And here they both are, with ExpressVPN here and private internet access here. As you can see, they both look pretty darn simple to start with, honestly. But if you start digging a little deeper, you start to see some differences. So first, ExpressVPN. When you start digging into the server list, you'll notice that ExpressVPN has the widest server coverage in terms of countries you can find servers in, at 94 countries, which is pretty darn good. That means you can always find a server that's close to you, no matter what. And when you're looking just for speed, that's what you want, a server that's close to you. But ExpressVPN doesn't just do good speeds, which you can see the tests for that in another video linked down below. It also provides a lot of options for security and also for the protocol you want to use. So you can use OpenVPN, for example, but you can also use Lightway. Lightway is an open source VPN protocol developed by ExpressVPN themselves that is designed for streaming and speed and security all at once. Now, the different protocols, some are more designed for speed, others more for security. Lightway maintains a pretty good balance, and it is open source. They also have their Media Streamer DNS service, which can help devices like certain smart TVs that don't work with VPNs to unblock streaming services. ExpressVPN has a no logs policy, a kill switch to keep your data from leaking when the VPN disconnects, a split tunneling, and a 30-day money-back guarantee for what I think is a pretty fair set of pricing plans. It is our clear favorite because it is just the simplest in general, with the widest server network in terms of countries you can find servers in, and it's just so easy to get started and get going. Now, private internet access is no slouch itself. In fact, I use it myself. It is the VPN that I personally use on a regular basis for my work, because it has something that ExpressVPN does not. It has dedicated IP address service. It's not set up on this particular machine, but they do have dedicated IPs if you want them. You might also be noticing that once you dig into this, the settings here, they're a bit more complex. But first, the servers. I mentioned the 94 countries that ExpressVPN is available in. Private internet access is pretty close to that at 84 countries, which, isn't as big, but it's still a bigger server spread than most of the VPNs you'll find out there. You're almost guaranteed to find a server relatively close to you when all you need is speed. They also have a ton of options. There are only two protocols, OpenVPN and WireGuard, but those are both great options. But you can configure your network in quite a lot of ways. There is split tunneling, there's multi-hop, and as you can see, there are quite a few ways to customize your private internet access experience. Honestly, private internet access is something I would recommend a bit more for power users and for Linux users, because it has a graphical interface on Linux where ExpressVPN only has a command line interface. It also has a no logs policy, and a kill switch, and a smart DNS service specifically made for smart TV platforms and consoles, which again can unlock certain streaming services. Oh, and this is really cool for you nerds out there, especially you Linux nerds. Like me, Private Internet Access actually has a fully open source client. This whole thing is open source. So that's pretty cool. It has a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, and is of our top 3 VPNs. If you pay for up to, I think, 3 years in advance, you can get Private Internet Access at a very low price. Again, I have to say that ExpressVPN is what I would recommend for most users, simply because it is just that easy to get started. I chose Private Internet Access specifically because I needed a dedicated IP option on a budget. The dedicated IP does cost extra, but, you know, it's also a pretty fair price for that. And Private Internet Access does have servers close to where I need them to be. But for most people, for most customers all over the world, ExpressVPN is the simpler option, and also the option with that's more likely to have servers close to you. It is also fantastic at unlocking streaming services. Private Internet Access can do that pretty well as well, but not to the degree that ExpressVPN can. So if you are concerned about being able to watch your shows while you're traveling abroad for vacation or for work, then ExpressVPN is definitely the more reliable option. So ExpressVPN is the best all-purpose VPN. Private Internet Access is the best power user VPN, at least in my opinion. Alright, so that is the full analysis there. I hope this was helpful to you. Please do check out the full reviews of both VPNs linked below. Again, those will have all the details. Also check the coupon page linked below, because you can get a deal on either ExpressVPN or Private Internet Access or most major VPNs. If you pay for a year, or in Private Internet Access's case, 3 years in advance, getting 5 or 10% off it's pretty good, actually. And also, if this video was helpful, again, please do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all that stuff. Leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite VPN is. Literally, we want to know. Alright, I had fun making this video. I hope you had fun watching it. This is Ezekiel Bruni signing out.